Okay, this is the lesson 8.6 worksheet, and I'm going to walk you through the problem. So this is the answer key video. All right, so on number 1, we're going to go ahead and make our list on our first term and our last term. So I've got 1 times 5, and then I've got 1 times 9, and 3 times 3. Okay, so again, I'm going to be working on the outside-inside combo here, FOIL, to try to get to that middle term of -4. So I'm going to take the 1 times the 9 and get 9, and the 5 times the 1 and get 5. Okay, now remember, we do need to pay attention to signs, so this would be a positive, negative. All right, and then kind of trying to figure out here which one of these would be negative. Well, if you've got 4 negatives, that means I needed the 9 to be negative. So this will be a negative, and this would be your positive to make that work. Okay, so now again, these guys right here are your front numbers, and these guys right here are your back numbers. Okay, so the 1, 5, 1x, 5x. And then on the back side of each factor, we're going to have a 1 and a 9. So 1 and 9. Okay, so now again, keeping in mind that my outsides, right, my outsides are 9. We want to keep that negative. And then my inside's 5. We want to keep that positive. Okay. And then keep in mind, you're always going to do a check. Now in the answer key, they had x plus 1, which is the same thing as 1x plus 1, and then 5x minus 9. Just make sure you check it to make sure you've got the signs and everything correct. Okay? All right, going to the next one. Okay, so on number 2, let's go ahead and start your list. We got 1 times 7, 1 times 15, and 3 times 5. Okay, so again, we're doing outside, inside here. So I've got 1 times 5 is 15, and then 7 times 1 is 7. That is not going to work so well. So let's get rid of that. And then we go to the next one. 1 times 5 is 5. And then 7 times 3 is 21. That's looking pretty good. And we know it's going to be all positive since it's all positives. So we go ahead and break this down to 1x and 7x. Again, we know they're all positives. Okay. And then on the back side here, we found that 3 and 5 work. So we've got a 3 and a 5. And again, you can check to confirm that that's the correct answer. Okay, on number 3, we're going to again start our list. So we've got 1 times 4, 2 times 2, and 1 times 3. Again, it's all positives, so we know that. So we're going to go ahead and take the 1 times the 3 and get 3, 4 times 1 and get 4, and find out that that's 7. That's not going to work, so we're going to get rid of that. Then we're going to go to 2 times 3 is 6. And then 2 times 1 is 2. Yep, that's looking like an 8. So here is my combination that's going to work. So I'm going to have a 2x on the front of both, all positives. And then I'm going to have a 1y and a 3y on the back side. Don't forget about those y's back over here. Okay, make sure. And then again, check to make sure you've got it correct. Okay, on number 4. Again, I'm going to start my list of both parts here. So I've got 1 times 9, 3 times 3. Okay, now on 32, I've got 1 times 32, 2 times 16. 3 doesn't go in, but 4 does. 4 times 8. 5 won't go, 6 won't go, and then we're back to 7. So that's my options. Okay, now, paying attention to your signs, you need a positive and a negative here, okay, to get that negative 12. All right, so we're going to be subtracting, right? Different signs, we're going to subtract to get to the negative 12 this time. Okay, so now I kind of start doing a combination here of 1 times 32 and get 32, 9 times 1 and get 9, and I know that there's no way to get a 12. Okay, and you'll actually go through all of those combinations of the 1, 9 and find out that none of it's going to work. So we're going to go ahead and just drop down to the 3, 3. Okay, and so when I look at this, 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 4 is 12. And so if I make that 24 negative, I've got my signs. I get a negative 12. It all looks good. So my combination here would have been 3, 3, and 4, 8. So I get a 3x on the front of both parts there. I have a 4 and an 8. And then again, check your signs. Okay, so on the ins or the outsides here, we know that we want this 24 to be negative, so I'm going to put a negative there. And this 12 right here, we want to know that that's going to be positive. Okay, all right, moving on. Okay, so on this guy, this guy's got a lot of big numbers here. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is look for a GCF. So in this case, you can actually pull out a 3. Okay, so we need to do that first because that'll make our list way easier to work with. 171 divided by 3 is 57 xy plus, and then 162 divided by 3 is 54 y squared. Okay, all right, so now start your list. 1 times 10, 2 times 5. Okay, now 54s, there's going to be a couple of them here. 1 times 54. And then we've got 2 times 27. Divide by 3 and get 18. Let's see. 4 won't go, 5 won't go. 6 will be 9, so 6 times 9. And then 7 won't go in, and neither will the 9. Oh, sorry, we already have 9. So, all right, so you're looking for an inside-outside combination here that will work. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and skip over showing all the 1 times 10s because that's not going to work. And I'm going to kind of focus in a little bit here on the 2s and the 5s. Okay, so when I look here, 2 times 9 is 18. And then when I multiply the 5 and the 6, that gives me 30. So I'm finding, as I kind of run through a bunch of options here, I actually find nothing works. Okay, so now keep in mind that one of the things that we're going to do, if nothing works, is we have to take one of the lists and we have to flip it. So I'm going to take this guy and rewrite it as 10 times 1 and 5 times 2. And then again, I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so I'm not going to run through the 10 times 1s because I know they don't work. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the 5 times 9. And if I look there, that gives me 45. And if I look here, the 2 times 6 is 12. Now, keep in mind your signs. This would have to either be a positive, positive, or negative, negative, right? And we know it's a negative, negative, since we got a negative in the middle. All right, so here's your combination that will work. So you're going to have the 3 on the outside. Keep that guy out there, right? That's your GCF from up here. Then you've got a 5x, 2x. We already know they're both negatives. And then we've got a 6y and 9y. Okay, going on to number 6 here. Okay, so on 6, nice, they're all positives, so we know that our signs are going to be positives. So I've got 1 times 9, 3 times 3, 1 times 16, 2 times 8, 4 times 4. Okay, and then again, you're going to work on your insides and outsides. So we get 16 and 9, and you'll run through and find that that doesn't work because that's going to give you 25. Okay, so I'm going to kind of focus in here. I'm going to look at the 3 times the 4 and get 12, and 3 times 4 here and get 12. And that gives me the 24 in the middle. So my combination here, I got a 3, 3, and a 4, 4. So it's just 3x on the front sides. And then I've got a plus 4 and a plus 4. Okay. Number 8 or number 7 here. Now on this one, when I'm looking at this one, I can see that they're all evens right off the bat. So I know at least a 2 should come out. Okay. And GCFs are huge because it makes your numbers a lot smaller and easier to work with. Okay. So I'm going to pull out a 2 and get 4k squared minus 12k plus 9. Okay. Now, as far as my signs go, again, I know to have a positive, I either need a positive, positive or a negative, negative. So I'm going to need a negative, negative here. So I'm going to keep the 2 on the outside. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have done that yet. I got to make my list. 1 times 4, 2 times 2, 1 times 9, and 3 times 3. Okay? Now you'll go through some options here, and I'm going to focus in right here. The 2 times 3 is 6. The 2 times 3 is 6. And if I make them both negative, that's going to give me the negative 12, which is perfect because it matches my signs. So I'm going to go ahead and keep my GCF out front of the 2. And then my combination here, I'm going to have a 2k, a 2k. We already know they're both negatives. And then a 3 and 3 on the back side. Okay. Number 8. Okay, this guy also has a GCF. So you had to figure out first off that you need to pull out a 6 first. Okay, so I'm going to get 3r squared plus 2r, and then divide that by 6 and get 16. Okay, now my signs here are positive, negative. So different signs means I'm going to subtract to get to the 2 in the middle there. Okay, so I'm going to start my list. 1 times 3, 1 times 16, 2 times 8, 4 times 4. So again, I'm going to do inside, outsides until I find a combination that works. And let's see here. Okay, so if I look here, 1 times 8 is 8. 3 times 2 is 6. And then to get a positive 2, I would need 8 positives and 6 negatives. Okay, so I think that looks like it's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and put a 6 down here for my GCF. All right, my front numbers are 1R and 3R. Okay, and then I have a 2 and an 8. So again, look at your outsides. I want the 8 to be positive, so I'm going to put the positive there, and the 2 times 3 is 6. I'm going to put the negative there to get the negative 6. Again, you can always fold it out and check it just to make sure you got your signs right. If you didn't get them right, just flip them around. Okay, so there's your answer. All right, so now this is just a mixed review. Okay, so on this guy right here, we're going to be pulling out a GCF. Okay, now I don't care if you pull out a negative or not on this one. So the biggest number that you could pull out here would be a 5. And I'm not going to worry about the negative. It's okay if you did. So I guess if we could go ahead and just pull out a negative 5. All right. And then so you're just dividing. Oh, and we need to also pull out an n. All right, because we've got n in all of them. So then I would get 7n squared minus 3n minus 9. Okay. Now, this is technically a quadratic. Okay, so if I'm looking at this, right, I've got a quadratic. So in reality, you should also be checking factors of 9, 1 times 9, 3 times 3, but you're going to find that nothing works. So this is actually going to be your final answer. You could only pull a GCF. Now, if you went ahead and just pulled out the 5n, that would be okay as well. Your signs would just flip over. But note, I don't like having a negative out front there and would prefer that we go ahead and get rid of that because it makes it much easier when we're factoring a trinomial. All right, number 10 is also a GCF problem. So the biggest number that you can take out of all of them is a 2. And then if I'm looking here, I've got 6 A's, 7 A's, and 6 A's, so I can pull out 6 A's. So 20 divided by 2 is 10. All the A's came out, but I have 3 B's left. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 6 of the A's came out, so there's 1 A and 1 B left. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3, and all of the A's came out. Now, you would know on this one that you cannot go any farther because that's a cubic, and you don't know how to factor something with a cubic yet. All right, number 11. First thing we're doing, GCF. So you should have pulled out a 5 to start with. Okay, so when you do that, you're going to get 9x squared minus 1. Now, you should be recognizing that this is a difference of squares. Can you square root? Do you have a negative, and can you square root? So the 5 stays on the outside, 3x plus 1, and 3x minus 1 for your difference of squares. Okay, number 12. Okay, so this is one that has a 5 involved in all of them, but there's no variables that they all have. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out a GCF of a 5. And I'm going to get a squared minus 3ab minus 4b squared. Okay. All right. So now, in this case, it is a trinomial, or it's a quadratic trinomial. All right. Follows a pattern, a squared, ab combo in the middle with a b squared. So I need to see, can I go farther? So in this case, I'm looking at 1 times 4 or 2 times 2. Now think about your signs, right? To get a negative, you need a positive negative. So that means, if I'm looking at this guy right here, if I make this a negative 4 and a positive 1, when I multiply them, that gives me negative 4. And when I add them, that gets me negative 3 in the middle. So I'm going to keep the 5 on the outside, a plus 1. Don't forget about your b. And then a minus 4, b on the backside. Okay, number 13. All right, so this is going to take us into a 4-term grouping problem. So when I look through all those numbers, there is no GCF. So I'm going to go ahead and start grouping right away. And on my first grouping here, I can take out a 6 and an n squared. So I have 7n plus 2. On the second grouping there, I can take out a 5 and get 7n plus 2. So I've got 6n squared plus 5 and 7n plus 2 when I do my rewrite. Okay, so in this guy, I've got a 1 out front, so I'm just looking for factors of 60 that add up to 16, in this case, negative 16. So when we think about our signs, it's either positive or negative, negative. It's going to have to be that negative, negative combo. Okay, so I start just kind of going through my list here. Let's see, 4 times 15, 5 times 12, 6 times 10. That looks like that's going to be the combo that's going to work there. Okay, so if I make a negative 6 and a negative 10, that will get me my negative 16 in the middle when I add, but when I multiply, it gives me a positive 60. So I've got n minus 6 and n minus 10. All right, number 15. First thing we're going to do is GCF. Okay, you can square root. Whoops. This kind of looks like a little bit of a difference of squares. So you can square root this first part. It does have minus, and I agree you can square root the 9. This guy, though, right there cannot be squared. So it's not a difference of squares, at least not right now, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and just pull a GCF of an n out, and I'm going to get n minus 9 left, okay? And then if you have an exponent of 1, you know you're done. There's no way to break up a 1. Okay, so on this one, again, I have a trinomial with a 1 out front, so I'm looking for factors of negative 15 that add up to 2. So I've got 1 times 15, 3 times 5. Okay, so I'm probably looking at the 3, 5 combo. Let's look at our signs. You need a positive and a negative. So to get a positive 2, I need a negative 3 and a positive 5. So I'm going to have p minus 3 and p plus 5. Okay, number 17. This guy is a difference of squares. I can square root. I have a minus, and I can square root. So I've got 2r minus 3 and 2r plus 3. Okay. All right, on this last one, definitely want to pull out a GCF on this guy. Okay, otherwise trying to come up with factors of 252 is going to be terrible. So I would highly recommend we go ahead and let's get that 4 out here first. So I've got a squared minus 2a and minus, let's see, 252 divided by 4 is 63. Okay, now you can go ahead and start your list of factors. For me, 7 and 9 pop into my head pretty quick here. So I know I've got to have a positive negative. To get a negative 2, I'm going to have a positive 7 and a negative 9. So when I multiply, it gives me the negative 63, but when I add, it gives me the negative 2. So I'm going to have 4, a plus 7, and a minus 9. Okay? And that concludes your answer key for lesson 8-6 worksheet.